It might be more appropriate for competent and successful commanders to be absent from the front lines of battles, and the physical strength and abilities of soldiers are undoubtedly important. In this context, a commander must be physically fit. However, this alone is not enough. For this reason, the most intelligent and successful soldiers are often appointed to high-ranking positions. The Russian army is one such example, and the General Teplinsky is that example. Teplinsky is a very popular figure among the Russian soldiers. However, there is one person who does not like him, and that is the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. General Teplinsky was appointed commander of the Kherson front line, the Dnipro group, a few months ago. General Teplinsky's appointment left many questions. I will summarize what was happening in this regard in a moment. However, there have been recent developments regarding Teplinsky that has attracted attention. Regarding to these allegations, Teplinsky, one of the Russia's top generals, was killed during an attack by the Ukrainian army. Moreover, it was said that although Russian intelligence was aware of this situation, it did not take any measures. So what are the interesting allegations are in this regard? So let's analyze these developments together. Before we move on to our report, I would like to make a small reminder. As the Pioneer team, we continue to bring the Russia-Ukraine war to your screens. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports. You can also support me and my hardworking team by using the super thanks button below the videos. Thank you in advance for your support, and let's start if you are ready. The Pioneer reports. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine is raging in the center of the Eastern Europe, one of the largest and most far-reaching wars of the 21st century. There is a widespread fear and concern about the progress of this war, so the world is watching the situation closely. For Ukrainians, this is particularly important because the Ukrainian army is tasked with defending the world against the Russian expansionism. In recent days, the Ukrainian armed forces have carried out a series of highly effective military operations, especially targeting the Crimean Peninsula. Since the Crimean Peninsula is of a strategic importance for Ukraine, even Ukrainian troops stationed at the extreme ends of the Luhansk front line are fighting in the hope of reaching Crimea. While at the same time, General Teplinsky heads to the Dnipro River Group, which is tasked with preventing the Ukrainian army from achieving this goal and certain objectives. As the report says, Teplinsky is a critical figure for the Russian military. He is loved and highly respected by many Russian soldiers. However, there are certain known problems between Teplinsky and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Although the details of the dispute between these two figures are not clear for now, the allegations are remarkable. According to these allegations, Russian leader Vladimir Putin had appointed Teplinsky as the commander of the Dnipro River unit in order to eliminate him. At the time of Teplinsky's appointment as commander, this region was very active. Therefore, this step by the Russian leader seemed quite wise. Well, however, contrary to expectations, General Teplinsky succeeded. He did not encounter any problems in Dnipro, at least except for what happened in recent days. Recently, a remarkable rumor has spread about General Teplinsky. With its operations, the Ukrainian army has significantly damaged Russia's strategic operations on the Black Sea. In particular, attacks on the Black Sea Fleet are part of these operations. Recently, another member of the Black Sea Fleet was destroyed as a result of an attack by the Ukrainian forces. Well, according to information from the region, Ukrainian intelligence detected a ship with General Teplinsky on board in the Black Sea. In this ship was detected not far from the shore, but its purpose is unknown. The information was shared with the Ukrainian Air Force, and which immediately took action. Allegedly, unmanned aerial vehicles launched by the Ukrainian Air Force successfully hit the command center of the ship, and at the same time, General Teplinsky and some Russian meal bloggers were allegedly present at the command center. Although there has been no official confirmation, so far Russian sources are very concerned and curious about this situation. Calls are being made from the Russia to the war leadership to satisfy this curiosity. Moreover, as I mentioned, the information that Teplinsky was on board was provided by the Ukrainian intelligence to the Ukrainian Air Force. Some reports claim that Russian intelligence was aware of this attack, but no action was taken. As emphasized at the beginning of this report, Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation, is said to have wanted Teplinsky eliminated, and given this, the allegations has a very serious basis. As I mentioned, the information about Teplinsky is still unconfirmed. However, I hope that we will see and analyze, get clear information in these coming days. And if these allegations are true, there could be a serious disturbances in the Russian army. As I mentioned in the introduction of this report, General Teplinsky is known as the popular and successful leader among the Russian military. He is also widely known for his disagreements within the president of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. Therefore, this discrediting of General Teplinsky could cause significant problems in the Russian army. So I will continue to provide you with updates on this subject. Another topic is about the new operation of Russia's Freedom Legion. As it is known, the Russian Freedom Legion is off against Russia inside Ukraine. One of the main goals of the Free Russian Legion is to ensure that Vladimir Putin, the president of the Russian Federation, steps down from his leadership position. The Legion of Freedom of Russia drew attention with a critical operation early last summer. As part of this operation, members of the Free Russian Legion crossed borders inside Russia and managed to neutralize a large part of Russian border guards. According to the latest reports, the Free Russian Legion is on a move once again. This time, their targets include the Belgorod, Kursk, and Berdyansk region. These areas were first shelled with mortar shells by the members of this legion. Then, accompanied by armored vehicles and tanks, the Legion members entered Russian territory. According to rumors, the number of Legion members entering Russia was around 50. There is currently no clear information on this extent of the Legion's operation, but the details of this operation will become clear in the coming days. According to Russian sources, this is seen as a small-scale sabotage attempt against the elections in Russia. However, Russian sources are deeply disturbed by the fact that this attempt was not foiled. As mentioned earlier, the Legion is already capable of neutralizing Russian border guards. Therefore, it is not rational to characterize the Legion's capabilities as just a small attempt. So now it's your turn. What do you think? What psychological impact would the alleged destruction of General Teplinsky have on the Russian military and political leadership? If Teplinsky was indeed destroyed, what effect would this have on the moral and motivation of the Russian army? What do you think about the operation carried out by the Legion of Freedom of Russia? And what could be the impacts of the Legion's attacks on the Russian domestic politics? And the last one, in particular, could there be changes in the terms of government authority and public confidence? Write it down in the comments, because you know that I read and I care about all of your comments.